Chatterbox. When the stars talk, they talk to Nick and Sue.
Our guest on this week's edition of Chatterbox UK is international superstar Stacey Jackson.
I'm a woman and I know what I want, yeah! He sings and grinds vigorously. All I want is you. Takes me, embrace me forever. Takes me, embrace me forever. I'm free to surrender. The taste of your skin. The music takes me, embrace me forever. The salesman looks shocked.
And now on Chatterbox UK, we're just lucky enough to welcome back Stacey Jackson. Stacey, welcome back. How are you?
Hello, Stacey.
Hi, guys. Oh, I'm great. It's just been a whirlwind the past few weeks. I'm really glad to be on the show again.
Well, a little bird told me, not naming names, little bird told me that you got to number one in was it ebook charts or something? Let's start with that one. Tell us all about that.
No, I am number one in Amazon USA, bestseller.
Wow, that's good.
For a month, it was number one in dramas written by women in that category, which is really amazing. Considered 51% of the world are women. Yes. So I'll take that. I'm really excited. It was actually a bit of a shocker. I really didn't expect that. I mean, Amazon US is massive, and I'm over the moon. It's the first ever immersive musical book out there. It's called How a Gangster Rapper Made Me a Better Mom, as you know. But what makes this different is that along the way, as you read the book, there are QR codes in the book that you scan with your smartphone. And so it's kind of like a musical in your mind. So all the characters, all the principal characters have their own genre of music. And it really enhances the character, it enhances the scene. So it kind of has that vibe where, you can imagine the characters doing, singing and it, I don't know. That was how I had in my brain when I was set to write the book. I was like, I always saw the characters being musical. It's just weird. Maybe it's because I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter. And I never wrote a book before. And so for me, the way I saw the characters come together, come to life was through music. And it was quite interesting that no one has ever done that before with a book where you're actually incorporating original soundtrack into the written word. So it was quite the project, and I'm so really excited.
Yo, let's get right to the issues. Disparities, hood life can get you like elevated stress every month when the rent's due. Acting confused even though it should be clear as crystal. Ain't nothing equal or right about what we've been through. Systematic oppression make it hard to count God's blessings. No stressing, dig deeper in the manifesting. Progression, life pointed in the right direction. Breathe so I can mute the aggression. We put the pain in a verse to manage the hurt. Realize the power of the pen and an elegant word. And if it falls on deaf ears and nobody's concerned, no crying to God, praying the tables will turn. These ain't the type of answers that you gon' find in the church, because it's hard to see tomorrow when vision is blurred. Break the chains independently, put in the work. Turn the lessons into blessings, establish the work.
Times, no, they won't last forever. If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better day. Hard times, no, they won't last forever. If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better way.
We grind for justice every second and minute, spitting truth, no gimmicks, we living up in it. In the struggle we infamous for looking like we losing, when the truth is that we winning regardless of the condition. Ain't nothing timid about the voice of a man's spirit, invoking power to push past the limits. Every time they hear it I can tell they intimidated by the wisdom and the way that I pivot. Stay focused, I'm on a mission to get my people motivated enough to listen. Give me a mic, the rhythm and a banging system, I guarantee I know just where to hit 'em. Learned how to hustle with a clear vision, how to make a million from no pot to pissing. Persistence breeds modified position, a leg up on the opposition.
Hard times, no, they won't last forever.
Yeah.
If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better day. Hard times, no, they won't last forever.
Nah.
If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better way. 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 That's how we'll make it.
I sit back and close my eyes. This guy, he is beyond amazing.
How do you feel when you found out you was number one?
First of all, I thought that was like, it debuted at number one. So right out of the gate, and it kind of hovered at number one for the first few days. And I'm like, this isn't going to last, right? It's like, oh my God, it's number one and it'll just be there for like a few days. And then after a week, it was still there. And then like yesterday, my mother, she's so cute. My mother, she took a screenshot. She's like, you're still at number one? I'm like, it was crazy. Anyways, it was very exciting. And I think people are just like kind of enamored or at least curious of the concept of the book being interactive that way, and also if you don't have a smartphone, you could just go straight to like, there's a web page that describes, that has the links direct to the song. And then it also describes in context of the book when the songs come up and who's singing them. So even if you've already read the book but never heard the music, for example, you can now hear the music separately. And it was, for me, it wasn't, at first I thought, okay, how do you create a collaboration between the written word, like an actual book with music? And obviously with an audiobook, it's a little easier because you can actually incorporate the music. And there are a lot of audiobooks out there, like musicians would have, let's say, their biography, like Keith Richards or Dolly Parton. You could read their story and then there'll be music that sort of comes in because they're telling you their journey or where they were at the time when that particular song was written, blah, blah, blah. But no one has actually done an original story with an original soundtrack. And so I'm narrating the audiobook as well, which took me forever, by the way. Oh my God, what an experience. But what I didn't think of, even though I had this idea of doing this, immersive book, how? I'm not tech. How am I going to do this? How am I going to get people to seamlessly introduce music into a book? Anyways, my son, one of my sons is a computer science genius, I guess, and he codes. And I said, this is probably going to take you 2 minutes to figure out where I'm struggling, right? And he's like, Mom, that's quite easy. I'm like, what do you mean quite easy? He goes, well, you just put the link in the book, like a QR code or something where they scan it, takes you direct to the link. I'm like, okay, I get that. I get that. It's brilliant, right? But then everybody listens to music differently, right? Some people stream music, some people buy their music and download music. Some people listen on different streaming platforms, right? So you might listen to it on Spotify, people stream on Deezer or other, how are you going to, it's so complicated. Anyways, what he did was he devised this sort of when you first click onto the first song, only that one time does it ask you, which platform would you like to listen your music to? And so after that, you click on it and you choose which platform you listen to your music on, and it just will default to that platform the entire time for the rest of the soundtrack. So it was literally joining 3 worlds together, the music, the written word, and technology to be able to make and so after I finally figured this out, I was like, no wonder why it's never been done before. It was such a headache.
I can hear the crowd in the club starting to cheer as the intro to Bombshell starts up. I throw the phone back onto the couch, run out of the dressing room, down to the narrow corridor, and out onto the stage.
Now is the time, and it's all mine. I've made the climb, too late to compromise. Footprints in the sand, this is my wonderland. I'm in command, don't need no master plan, 'cause I'm a bombshell. Yeah, I'm a bombshell. Yeah, I'm a bombshell. Don't need no master plan. Break every wall like a cannonball. I take control, 'cause I can do it all. 'Cause I'm a bombshell. Yeah, I'm a bombshell. Yeah, I'm a bombshell. 'Cause I can do it all. I'm the boss of me, my identity, it's who I wanna be. I'm a bombshell. This isn't just for me, this was meant to be for my legacy. 'Cause I'm a bombshell.
2 hours later. Stephanie!
This is Chatterbox with Nick and Sue.
Yeah, it was great. I really feel like, wow, I must have accomplished something here.
Just a tad, just a little bit. That's amazing.
Darling, you know I got your Christmas present, and you normally ask me what I want for Christmas.
Yeah.
Can I have Stacey Jackson's book?
Yeah.
Aw. I'll have to send you a copy. I'll send you one. This is what it looks like. I mean, obviously your listeners are not going to see this. It's a purple cover. How a Gangster Rapper Made Me a Better Mom. You'll DM me and I'll send you one with with a yes. I'll sign it.
What a fantastic idea, isn't it? Just amazing.
It's different as well, isn't it?
I really like it.
Yeah, I really, it's a light read. I'm not going to say that this is, Shakespeare or anything. It's comedic, it's funny, it's loosely based, obviously, on my life. I think it's merely the concept, and so that your brain is now not just thinking about the characters saying and speaking or doing. Now there's another element in your mind when you're imagining the characters in the book, and however you imagine them. And I think that for me, that was just the most creative I can get as an artist, was to be able to get people to not just, read the story, but hear the story, and even in their mind. They don't even have to listen to the audiobook, but yeah. So I'm really excited. I don't know if you have any of the music to hand, but it's all available on all platforms.
Christina, I can assure you, I say, looking the bitch of Belgravia straight in the eye, the fundraiser will be taking place here. There isn't anything I do. I had to stick to my truths. I wouldn't take it any other way. There wasn't any other The show must go on. Somehow.
What's your dog called? Your dog's just popped in.
My dog just popped in. He's called Frankie
How
because my kids were massive Chelsea fans, and he's named after Frank Lampard.
Okay.
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
Yeah, so my dog is he's a multi-poo. He's very cute, and he just loves to just follow me everywhere I am. It's hilarious, and I obviously I think that's what dogs do. But it's my first ever dog. Go figure. We get the dog just before lockdown, so it was brilliant because he was at home with all my kids, and it was amazing. Now, all my kids have left the nest. All of them, and I'm left with the dog. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I mean,
no, it's good. It's good.
It's good. I mean, he fills the space. Obviously, like I come home now, I'm not completely lonely. I mean, my husband and I both travel a lot, so when I see him, he makes me feel like I'm back home. Which is really nice. But then, it's all the responsibility of the dog that my kids wanted in the first place is now on me. So, when the weather's yucky outside and, he's got to go out for a walk, you got to go out for a walk.
Stephanie Rachel Bloom, your nanny is a criminal.
I keep all my cards close to my chest. Got a full house, but no one would have guessed. I've got them in the palm of my hand, wrapped around my finger while I'm grabbing a grand. This is a game, and I make the rules. Got them in my pocket while I'm jacking the jewels. Butter wouldn't melt in my mouth. I'm the real queen of this house. I'm the double-dealing diva. They can't see through the lies. The wool's right over their eyes. I'm the double-dealing diva. They think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. They blink, and I'm one more step ahead. I'm on course, and I cover my tracks. No remorse, 'cause I never look back. I don't have any room to improve. They're dancing with the devil, and they don't know my moves. Butter wouldn't melt in my mouth. I'm the real queen of this house. I'm the double-dealing diva. They can't see through the lies. The wool's right over their eyes. I'm the double-dealing diva.
Are you finding, Stacey, that a lot of people, or even any amount of people, that have already bought How a Gangster Rapper Made Me a Better Mum, first time round, as it was in its first, as just a book, you finding they're buying it again in this new concept?
That's a really good question. We thought about that long and hard before we released it, before the music came out. I wanted to do it just to see if people were going to like the story. And then I always knew that I was going to provide the music anyway. And then even if somebody had the old version of the book, which I do have here, the old version was a pink cover, and there's no music in it, that because you can just literally on the front page of the new version, you could just scan it and it'll take you to the whole page of all the songs in the order that they appear in the book. So that even if you did have already the story and you had already read it, now you can listen to the music and enjoy it kind of again. So I thought that was actually a good idea, that we could re-release it. And obviously it's a totally different book, not that it just looks different, but because of the immersive stuff and music in it, then it just makes it a totally different book. So I think I think it's not going to hold off people from buying it again, but I think what they might do this time is perhaps buy the audio version of it
Of course. Yes.
And listen to the music sort of integrated into the story or into the narration. So they're just listening to it differently. Perhaps, I don't know. Or they just listen to the soundtrack.
I mean, if someone's a fan, they're a fan. But I was hoping that, you know, I know it's early days and it's quite recent that it came out and got to you know, but yeah, that's what I was sort of hoping. So because it's a whole different concept, they're not getting the same thing again at all because of the QR codes and everything else. I think it's a wonderful idea.
It's a different experience, and again, like I said, if they have it, they still have complete access to listening to the soundtrack, and it says exactly where it comes in the story, who's the character that's singing it, in what context. So if they read it and, you know, in the context will say, oh, this is the sexy PA who is singing this song while the teenage boys are imagining her on the cover of a lad's magazine. Okay. And that, you know, and so then you'll be like, yeah, okay, I get it. I know exactly which scene that's from. And then she goes off and she sings this song, and in your mind, you're picturing this sort of sexy Jessica Rabbit type of, you know, secretary. And the boys, like, you know, the teenage boys, like, you know, don't even know where to put their eyes, you know? So so it's well thought out, because I did give that some thought, thinking, okay, well, I obviously sold some of the original books without the music first. So how do we give, you know, people who have already bought the book the opportunity to just listen to the music? So I think we covered that. So it's pretty good. And you can actually get it right on my website, staceyjackson.com. It'll take you there somehow.
Is all this worth it? Just for a top that doesn't give you boob rash? To be continued.
You're listening to Nick Prince and Sue L on Chatterbox UK.
Is there plans to do a second book?
Well, that's a good question too. Yes, there's always a second book in the cards and a third. There was it's meant to be a trilogy. About the next book is how she creates a line of fitness clothes, and then in the third book she becomes a TV presenter, and then she ends up being in a movie and all the wacky things that happened when she was out in Los Angeles. And so yes, it's meant to be a trilogy, but at the moment it's also been optioned to become a TV series. And I'm now toying, because we've been in talks with people in LA with how it could possibly even become a musical, like a stage show. Obviously all these projects are not in my wheelhouse. I mean, I've written and created the story and the project and the music, but obviously it's something that I'd have to partner with, on either the television side or the stage musical side. So it's definitely something I'm thinking about and something I would want to continue being involved in if that was the case. But we'll see. It's all early days, so I don't want to count my chickens. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yes, there is a second book in the works already.
Wonderful.
I just got to write it.
Christina W., admin, removed you from the new fundraiser group. The message disappears.
I thought I had it all. This is a wake-up call. We always were so strong. I never used to be consumed with jealousy. Where did it all go wrong? She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. Why can't I let it be? This I guarantee. She's my friend of me. The moment I obsess, the more my life's a mess. Nobody knows my pain. I got my PhD in two-facedology. I'm gonna play this game. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. Why can't I let it be? This I guarantee. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. It's my reality. Yes, I guarantee. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. Why can't I let it be? This I guarantee. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. She's my friend of me. It's my reality. This I guarantee. She's my friend of me.
More drink, yo?
So we're not speaking about the this and the other two forthcoming books, we say. It's still not necessarily a million miles removed from being basically an autobiography as such.
I mean, it was fictionalized. So in the book, her husband, this is not a spoiler alert, because her husband does die in the first page. He gets killed. And so she has to go through this journey now, being mom and dad, really. So she's very supportive on her mom. She's supportive on her best friends. She has some staff that she needs. She's got a bunch of kids. One of them is off in college and is still relying on her. and she's really torn. She's got a lot of things going on, and so it is very much like my life. The stories are very much based on actual events that have happened in my life, but I got a chance to fictionalize it, which I found was quite I don't know, liberating in a strange way. You get to like make the story even bigger or develop a character even stronger. And so I found from a creative standpoint that it gave me a lot of, carte blanche to be able to just go off and be a little bit more, I don't know, in depth, so to speak.
Meanwhile, Alejandro, who I emotionally supported with trips shopping, clubbing, and to the best spas in Knightsbridge, got busy having the freaking time of his life on Grindr.
Walking down Bond Street with my best friend. Our shadows dancing in the lights. The hubby's mellowed on the sofa. So we decided to go out for the night. On and off, it might look like we're together, but I could never be the man that you need. So tonight we'll go all out window shopping, drinking mojitos at the disco. Grab your coat, come on and let's go. How much is that party in the window? The one with the body made of steel. How much is that party in the window? Make us an offer. Make us a deal. Just like you're trying on a new jacket. There's gotta be someone who looks good on you. But this can't be no one-time offer. You need a lover who can see this through. So tonight we'll go all out window shopping, drinking mojitos at the disco. Grab your coat, come on and let's go. How much is that party in the window? The one with the body made of steel. How much is that party in the window? Make us an offer. Make us a deal. 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 How much is that party in the window? The one with the massive sex appeal. How much is that party in the window? What a body. Are you for real? Make us an offer. Make us a deal.
Then, a year or so later, he met and settled down with the great Mayfair hedge fund manager, Timothy Green.
Well, this show, as you know, it is quite a big platform and goes to a lot of radio stations. So with 229 we're on now. So
Radio stations.
yeah,
Wow.
mostly FM and AM.
Congratulations.
So
Thank you.
it grows a bit every time we meet you. So we must meet you more often as it goes up.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully I'm like an influential in
Yeah.
that.
Well, what I'm hoping is that this immersive edition of how a gangster rapper made me a better mom, I just hope they go out and grab it, even if they've got the original book. I'm just hoping this is the platform that's going to make them do it. Let's see it #1 in Amazon here in the UK.
I would love that. Yes, I would love that. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I'm always happy to be on your show. So yeah, there's a few songs on the soundtrack that I think you might get a kick out of. Have a listen and see what you think. Like I said, I'm not singing on all of them, so it's a little bit different than the albums that I've put out over the years, because it's obviously the characters sing. So there are different actors who are performing basically as a character, and it's quite fun. So yeah, I won't be insulted if the song that you chose you like the best wasn't sung by me.
My daughter says that when she gets older, she wants to be as glamorous as me, but definitely taller. Even though I consistently tell her that good things come in small packages. She hopes that she's not as vertically challenged as I am, but only time will tell whose height gene she inherited.
It's great, I know. Can't wait to let it show. I may be small, it's not so bad to want it all.
I know I need to be cool and work it out, so when I grow up, won't have to scream and shout.
I want to be like her. Can't wait for my turn. How long will it take to get my big break?
Give it to me now.
My mom, she's cool, while I'm still stuck at school. I wanna fill her shoes, get rid of my homework blues.
I know I need to be cool and work it out, so when I grow up, won't have to scream and shout.
I want to be like her. Can't wait for my turn. How long will it take to get my big break?
I know I'm small, not bad to want it all. I want that dream so I can live the dream.
I want to be like her.
Wanna be like her.
Can't wait for my turn.
My turn.
How long will it take to get my big break?
To get my big break.
I want to be like her.
Wanna be like her.
Can't wait for my turn.
For my turn.
How long will it take to get my big break?
This is Chatterbox with Nick and Sue.
How did you come up with the title for the book? Because I like the title; it's so catchy.
Oh, thank you. Actually, that was my son. My son came up with it. I don't remember what it was called originally. I think the working title was something like "For the Record," which I thought was cute. It was like a play on words. Here she is in the music business. She's cutting a record with the world's greatest rapper. But it didn't stick. And my kids, we were sitting around the dinner table one night, and one of my boys just were like, "I know. How about this?" And a lot of people ask me, not necessarily how did you come up with it, but why did you go with it? Like why did the gangster rapper make you a better mom? And I thought long and hard about it because, I'm so lucky that I get to do what I love to do. I love performing. I most love creating and recording. And obviously that was a pinnacle in my career to get to work with, Snoop Dogg. And I feel that as a mom, especially, or a wife or anything, if you're not happy as a person, if you're doing something in your life that makes you miserable, or if you're not enjoying yourself and not really loving you, if you're not happy, how could you possibly be a happy mom? Like, if you're just like in a real bad way, or you're in a yucky job, or, I couldn't imagine coming home and being a happy mother at the end of the day if I didn't enjoy what I was doing. And I feel that that's how that I could sort of justify the title when he came up with How a Gangster Rapper Made Me a Better Mom. I actually agreed that he's right, because I get to really be a better mom because I'm doing what I love so much to do. And I think it just worked. And we were like, great, that's the title of the book.
Don't be idiots, Steph. Why would most famous rapper in the world be in Boston, Lincolnshire?
There I was in my old house. Every day I'm seeing mouse. It was cold and sleazy with a black and white TV. Now to you I tell my story. Chapter 1, I driving lorry. It is all part of a plan to get my ass to England. I flash my capusta to get introduced to the ladies. Work hard for capusta, so don't want to lose. It's crazy. I arrive, new country, look for job on Gumtree. Find a rich family who will be so good to me. Chapter 2, interview. They say we got job for you. Would you like to live rent-free and drive us in our Bentley? I save my capusta, won't let it reduce the big zero. I love my capusta to do what I choose, the big hero. Chapter 3, I've come so far. Chauffeur for a superstar. Not just ladies hot for me. Gay guys want to get chicky chicky chicky. I flash my capusta to get introduced to the ladies. Work hard for capusta, so don't want to lose. It's crazy. I save my capusta, won't let it reduce the big zero. I love my capusta to do what I choose, the big hero. Capusta.
Oh, completely freaking hilarious. I think, nervously fiddling with the cocktail rings on my fingers.
Before you mentioned, Stacey, the possibility of maybe a TV series or the possibility of a musical and all that stuff, the way you were describing the immersive edition, the cogs were already turning. Right, this has got to now move from an immersive edition to a movie. That's what the cogs were turning, a proper movie, not just Netflix. I mean, something that's going to go around the cinemas and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like a Bridget Jones.
Even better.
Oh, I appreciate that. I hope so. I mean, we'll see where this is all going. There's only one of me, and I love the creative process. And now all the sort of the behind the scenes stuff, like getting it out there, all the interviews, maybe it becomes this and maybe it becomes that. Like that's the entrepreneurial side of stuff that I have to now put my business head on for, and if you ask me what I love the most to do, I will say is creating. I'm very passionate about that, and I probably do need to focus now on seeing where this can all go, so from a business standpoint, I guess, and yeah, so no, I'm excited. I do have to, again, like you said, are you going to write the second book? And it's only just me that's doing it all. So who knows when it'll ever come out, but maybe it's worth waiting for. We'll see.
Well, this has been quite a major bout of energy since we last spoke. Just this, I mean, it's been a major thing we're talking about here. And
it took a lot of years, and I'm very passionate about it. So I'm very excited to finally have it released. So yeah.
Sure.
Daddy and Casey were here, she said. They were both here in this house. A few days later, some dance music producers contacted me.
What about the other things that you've done, like the keep fit things and that? Is there any more of that? Are you still doing that, or is it still
That's so funny that you asked. So yes, I had been. It was kind of on the back burner for a while, and then it got picked up in America in a few in a chain of stores, which was great. So I was like Stay Fit for that brand, which was great. So they manufactured it and sold it. I was when I spoke to you, I was on the shopping channel here in the UK at the Ideal Home Shopping Channel. So the idea of it was great. And again, just me making it. And I went to China and I went to Germany and I was like learning about, I don't know, technical fabrics. And I'm going, my God, this is crazy. I'm a songwriter. What do I know about the apparel business? Like this was like a new venture. I literally took the bull by the horns and I learned how to do it from the bottom up. And now I think it might be potentially resurrected. I've been approached by a couple of brand people who might be interested in potentially taking it to the next level. So we'll see. But again, I've got a lot of plates up in the air and I need to make sure that I don't break one.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I've just got to stay focused on the book and we'll see where else everything else goes. But it's, crazy.
Well then, he waves the bottle of red sauce in my face. Come on, I'm hungry.
Did I just hear you right? Are you thinking of leaving everything you have behind? Have you really lost sight? What about the responsibilities at home? And have you lost your mind?
This isn't all about you. We don't think you thought this through. What will all those people say? This is not a game we wanna play. No, 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 there's so much at stake. No, no, you can't go, this is a mistake. Knock, 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 yeah, an opportunity just knocked. I wanna open the door and go outside to catch the dreams that passed me by. Knock, knock, yeah, an opportunity just knocked.
Hey guys, won't you listen up? You don't know what she's already given up. She needs this, can't you see? To be the best that she can be. Oh, 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 she needs to see this through. Show, show, show the world what she can do.
Knock, 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 yeah, an opportunity just knocked.
I wanna open the door and go outside to catch the dreams that pass me by.
Knock, knock, yeah, an opportunity just knocked.
It's right in front of me, how could I not? Life's too short, you only get one shot.
Knock, 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 yeah, an opportunity just knocked. Knock, 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 yeah, an opportunity just knocked.
I wanna open the door and go outside to catch the dreams that pass me by.
Knock, knock, yeah, an opportunity just knocked.
Knock, 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 yeah, an opportunity just knocked. Knock, 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 yeah, an opportunity just knocked.
We continue chatting to our special guests in just a moment. Don't go away.
Chatterbox. When the stars talk, they talk to Nick and Sue.
One thing I was going to, before you even mentioned plates up in the air, I had this thought. I was just thinking, as here, watching you, and my mind rushes off because I'm quite creative myself. And I was thinking, I can see a TV program, dinner with Stacey Jackson. It's in your house, your family, and you're cooking whatever meals you like. And the whole series is something different each week. And I could see that happening. Whether you have somebody you've met that's famous over the years as a guest as well, or it's your family, or it's you and your husband, but you are creating whatever dishes that you like to do when you're having a dinner party or whatever. And I was actually thinking that would be good. And then you mentioned the plates up in the air. I thought, got to mention it. So that's something I can imagine you doing it.
Well, I love you to bits, babe, but like cooking, not my forte. That is the one thing I cannot do. I mean, you can ask me to create a line of fitness clothes, but cooking, no, definitely not. I mean, I could cook in other places, but I can't cook. I can't cook in the kitchen. I don't mind following a recipe, and I've been very, when it's just my husband and I can whip up a couple of things. But if I had to start with a dinner party, no, I'd be too stressed. I'd be too stressed. Yeah, it like would freak me out. It's like I'd be in the kitchen the whole time sweating, No.
Okay.
Chapter 6. I'm your PA, so let's PARTY.
Just one moment, please. Shall I take notes? It's in the file.
I like that the things I do for you are the things that you want me to do. And this is the best place that I've ever been. I like that I have to do what you tell me to do when you want me to do it. And if you're lucky, I'll do my best to fit you in.
It's all booked in.
I love that you pay me to be in my favorite position. It's what I've been missing. My line's always open. I'll never put you on hold. I like that I get to be with you and book us a room for two. And when we are there, I'll always do what I'm told. 'Cause I'm your PA, so let's PARTY. I'm your PA, I'll CC you FYI. I'm your PA, I'm always on standby. So let's PARTY. I try to keep it together no matter the day or the time or the weather. And if you want, I'll even come in a snap. Nothing's too big or too small, a task that won't last, keep my eye on the ball. I'll guide the way, there's no road I can't map. 'Cause I'm your PA, so let's PARTY. I'm your PA, I'll CC you FYI. I'm your PA, I'm always on standby. So let's PA, I'm your PA. So let's PARTY. I'm your PA, I'll CC you FYI. I'm your PA, I'm always on standby. So let's PARTY.
Stacey, this fits into the category we're talking about. If you could have 5 people around your dinner table with your family, who would they be? It can be anybody.
Dead or alive, yeah.
Dead or alive? Okay. Definitely would have to be, well, does the whole band of Def Leppard count as all the people? Or
okay, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay, so it would have to be probably a rock band from the 80s. I would also have probably Diana Ross. I think I was always, I remember when I was a kid and she was in the Supremes, and I think I was like 2 when I was listening to an 8-track cassette player, and my dad had one of those old, those long American cars. And I have such vivid a vivid memory of being in the car with him and like playing that 8-track cassette and knowing every single song to all the Supreme. So I 100% would have to have Diana Ross. I definitely would have to have Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
That's for sure. I probably would. I think it would be interesting to have at my table Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know why. I just saw a documentary and I was kind of like fascinated. I mean, he was an actor and then he became
I didn't know that.
Many years.
yeah, and then
He was a
became
cowboy.
yeah, but an actor, a proper Hollywood actor, and then he became president of the United States and he made so many change. I mean, this was also he was president probably during the 80s, which I think really affected me because there's so much politics going on in the world at the time, and because I was so musically affected by the 80s music, I feel that he really was a force during that time, from especially while I was growing up. I guess so was Margaret Thatcher, but I probably wouldn't have her at my table.
No, I think
but
Cold War thing
Ronald
was big. Yeah.
Sorry?
The whole Cold War thing, breaking the Berlin Wall, the whole thing was massive.
She later confided in me that she had seen him before on JDate, the Jewish dating app, but had originally swiped left.
Once upon a time, I had a baby girl, and she was everything I wanted her to be. She lit up the skies and brought joy into our lives, a miracle that meant the world to me. The apple of my eye, just a little butterfly, but it's her time to live her dreams. So what the hell you doing with those guys that put their hands upon your thighs? I don't know where to put my eyes, oy vey. So there was a time I tried to show her the way. Now she's all grown and I am proud. She made her choices, although I may not always agree. But it's my time now. The apple of my eye, just a little butterfly, but it's her time to live her dreams. So what the hell you doing with these clothes? Your button cleavage are exposed. Don't you know I'm at your shows, oy vey? What the hell you doing with those guys who put their hands upon your thighs? I don't know where to put my eyes, oy vey. Oy vey.
As I was going to say, I mean, looking back, I think the general, not necessarily being political at all, but looking back, I think the whole British attitude towards Ronald Reagan is actually a positive one in general. We're not looking at whether he's Republican or Democrat or whichever part.
Right.
Obviously, I know which party he was, but I think the point is his tenure as president is looked upon in general
Positively, I think.
Yes, I do think so in general.
I do, and I because I have this podcast. Also, I do this podcast called the Gen Experience Podcast, and we interview some incredible guests on from all walks of life. It came out of the show that I did, Stacey Jackson in the '80s, which was on Sky. I think I spoke to you about this a few years ago, and I did 3 seasons, and it was great. And then we just expanded into just outside of the music realm. And so, yes, we do have musicians on. We interviewed Frankie Goes to Hollywood and Rosella, and I have fantastic guests. But now we're talking to people in, more breadth, I think. So like what they did during the 80s, or how the 80s, influenced them or inspired them to become who they are today in whatever field that is. So it's been really interesting because I think, especially musically, politics was very important, like in the 80s, because I think that for the most part, there were so many bands and musicians and artists who brought politics into their into their music, you know, U2, for example.
Yeah.
And like, there was a lot of that going on. Also, you know, what was happening at the time with homophobia and the AIDS crisis. And then there were, you know, and so there was just a lot happening. And I feel that, you know, I think people from the 80s, like, inspire me so much that if I was to have a dinner party, I would really want to have people who are probably dead or alive, and probably most of them dead at this point, to come back and tell me, because you know that experience, if I knew then what I knew now, you know, and I think it would be awesome to have some incredible, you know, 80s influential people around my dinner table. So that's kind of, I hope that answers the question. And of course, you guys would be invited to the dinner party, as long as I'm not cooking.
I can't cook. Nick's the chef in our house, and he's a very good cook.
Maybe I should do the cooking.
Good. Yeah, you'll do the cooking. You could do the cooking. I'll bring desserts. I could do that.
Very good. How about that?
Where do I begin? There's so much to tell. She's humiliating and putting me through hell. I just can't bear it anymore. My friends are staring, but I keep my eyes to the floor. It's so frustrating. I don't need your Instagram and all the girls that I'm dating. It's so frustrating. I can't wait for the day when I'll be graduating. Don't think of tagging us on social media. We'll put your real age on Wikipedia. We just can't take it anymore. Girlfriends are staring when we're just about to score. It's so frustrating. I despise what the guys are insinuating. It's so frustrating that all the girls find you so motivating. What will she do next? Post a pic of her cleavage on Facebook. What will she do? Didn't she know my friends would all love? What will she do next? Is she really thinking about Big Brother? What will she do next? Trade her in for another mother. It's so frustrating. Why'd you have to be so damn aggravating? It's so frustrating. Why does everybody think you're so captivating? It's so frustrating. I don't need your Instagram and all the girls I'm dating. It's so frustrating. I can't wait for the day when I'll be graduating.
3 years later, Friday night, Soho, London.
This is Chatterbox with Nick and Sue.
Maybe you'll just have to have takeaways or deliveries, and then you have your guest there, and then you don't know where I'm going with it.
Oh, sorry.
Don't interrupt, dear. Let me turn you down. Maybe have takeaways and whatever, and have the people around, and you'll have a big discussion about the 80s or something that was big in the 80s, maybe. And,
yeah.
You know, whatever. Perhaps what should we say? Whatever meals or recipes were big in the 80s and maybe not so big now, but then you have people that were a bit like the people you're talking about around your dinner table. They could also be taking part now with around the takeaway sort of thing, perhaps.
That's true. Or I could ask them each to bring their favorite thing. So then we have potluck dinner. So who knows, you know, because everybody might actually have a favorite recipe that they like to make. But like for me, it's, you know, it's quite fun because, you know, my Deliveroo bill is extortionate. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I would definitely not be cooking. But yeah, the dinner party idea is great. I think it's a great question.
Candace pregnant. I have so many questions, not least, who's the father?
I've got some crazy news. You might want to sit down. I've got a lot to lose. I've been a
favourite dish that you'd actually like yourself?
Well, I actually started getting into health back in the 80s, actually. And I think it was like probably, Jane Fonda, right? Who was the one that like was doing all the fitness and then bringing fitness into your homes on the VCRs, right?
Yes.
And so I became like I liked that style, that lifestyle of healthy eating. And so my favorite meal is, simply like, I guess, a Mediterranean style fish, something light, grilled meats, grilled fish, grilled veggies. I'm a healthy person, and I don't like creamy, saucy, fried stuff. So I'm more into that. So and I've always been like, since I was a teenager, I grew up like liking bran. Like if you asked me if there was like a bran muffin or a chocolate muffin, I'd actually choose a bran muffin. That was sort of my thing back then. And I think I've gotten better at it. Like I now it's become more of a lifestyle. It's normal for me to just have a salad for lunch. So yeah, I eat healthy.
That's good. That's good.
I stare at the picture on my cell phone next to me and whisper under my breath, I can't let you go.
I have always been there watching your back. Sometimes we're off the rails and then we're back on track. It's easy to see that our hearts beat as one. It's easy to stay when it's too hard to run. It's easy to dream, are our dreaming days done? Can you see what I see? You give me everything, and you mean everything to me. Can you see what I see? You give me everything. I know the months have turned into years, but together we can face our fears. It's easy to see that we've been through some pain. It's easy to know, but it's hard to explain. We've lived and we've loved and we'll do it again. Can you see what I see? You give me everything, and you mean everything to me. Can you see what I see? You give me everything. You give me everything, and you mean everything to me. Can you see what I see? You give me
Now, obviously, we're going to have a chat again sometime next year. But I mean, obviously, if this book, if the immersive edition of How a Gangster Rapper Made Me a Better Mom gets to #1 in the UK Amazon charts, then even if it's next week, you're back. Come back.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you so much. I hope so, and I hope it does get to #1. I mean, the thing about books is that they're forever, right? It's like not like a song. When you're releasing a record, even the big labels, they have, a song doesn't do well in the first 6 weeks out of the gate, then goodbye. So, and then it doesn't linger very long, only, a handful of songs, and then the rotation changes on the radio station a month later, and there's a whole new bunch of songs. And the one that you were playing on heavy rotation now gets less and less and less and less, and you move on. Whereas with the book, it's different. It takes a little bit more time for people to like catch on. And also it's a perfect sort of Christmas holiday read, right? Like it's an easy read and it's a fun read and it's immersive. So it's the kind of thing that you might want to get as a stocking stuffer. So it's, hopefully the Brits will, be like, oh, this is interesting. An immersive immersive book. Let's get it for Christmas.
Great. Something brand new. We can guarantee that the husbands and the wives, whoever, you can go to either, really. It doesn't matter as long as you enjoy reading and all that reading.
Once you read it, you can read it again and again because you've got the book.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd be a good great present for anyone, and it's a first. It is a first. The immersive edition is so.
It is. It's funny. A lot of people that I've been speaking to over the past few weeks, obviously because I'm on a book tour, and they're all saying because it is the first immersive book like this ever, and everyone's surprised. They're like, how? Like how? Like they Google or they chat GPT to see whether or not it's ever actually been done before, and it's never been done. So it's quite the thing where when you have a claim that big, and I wondered why it was hard to do, but I think book publishing business is not in the same business as record labels. I mean, you would think that the collaboration would make sense, but I think because of the tech aspect to it, it's a lot to pull something like this together, like I said. And so maybe that's why it's not something that gets done, like, you know what I mean?
I think it's great. It is great. The whole concept of it is great. So
thank you.
God, I miss that. I miss him.
When I'm down and I have lost my way, I shut my eyes and think about your face. You give me strength. You give me strength. When there's an emptiness inside of me, I remember who I used to be. You give me strength. You give me strength. You have always been there for me. You have always given me the power to be. I remember all the things you said. Learn from the past, but always look ahead. You give me strength. You give me strength. I can tell you're watching over me. I wonder how much you can see. You give me strength. You give me strength. You have always been there for me, and I will never let you down. You have always given me the power to be. How I wish you were still around.
When I was young and my life a big gun, everything that you did always went unsung. Now that I've grown from the nest I've flown, I can understand all the things you've shown. Even though I never really said it enough, you're the hero that I love. You taught me what's right and wrong. You made me good, you made me strong.
You can rest with peace of mind. You could be proud of what you've left behind. You have always been there for me, and I will never let you down. You have always given me the power to be.
Gingerly, I open the door.
Just to reiterate, How a Gangster Rapper Made Me a Better Mom, and the immersive edition is now available. Amazon,
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. And a hard book as well, for hard copy. As in, I don't mean it's a hardback. It's available on paperback. So any good bookshops, any bookshops, I hope.
And I think
it's available there.
Stacey said you can get it on your website as well.
Yes, my website will take you to various different places where you could buy it online easy. It's always easier to buy online. I mean, I love going into bookstores, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like to kill time in a bookstore. But online shopping is my thing. It's so much easier, especially it's like, because it's so immediate. It's like you hear it, you talk about it, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get it, and you go straight to your phone, and there it is. Boom, the next day.
There's a lovely smell when you go into a bookshop. You can tell it's a bookshop. And it's just,
and I love the little ones, like the ones in the little villages, like outside of London. There's like sort of quaint little mama papa bookstores. I love them because they're so legit. You know, they're just they all the books that are on the shelves have been like honed. You know, they've been curated.
Yes.
So it's lovely. It's really special. So you can buy it anywhere, but I'm a fan of Amazon. It just makes life easy. That and Deliveroo. It's no wonder why I never leave my house.
This is Chatterbox with Nick and Sue.
Stacey's book is also available on her website, which is staceyjackson.com. And as I've said before, it's a wonderful website that tells you everything about Stacey. And if we scroll down, we got all the links.
Too much.
We've got all the links to all the other social media, such as Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter, call it what you like, SoundCloud, your YouTube channel, Spotify, and so it goes on. Yes.
I know. All this content. It's killing me. Yes, you can find me anywhere. My handle is Stayrox, STAEROX, but obviously the link is from my website anyway, so you can get there from staceyjackson.com.
Brilliant. And let's not leave it so, and that's my fault mainly. Let's not leave it so long next time. I mean, Chris Spearer from Space Angel Music is always sending me your songs and that anyway, whatever you're doing. But, let's make it a bit sooner next year. So perhaps early-ish March, April time in the spring, we'll have a chat then and see what's happening and what's going to be happening.
Oh, would love that. I know that next year I have my oldest son is getting married, so I'm going to be on cloud 9 for a bit. But,
wonderful!
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Nick's got your website up, and it says, and it's a picture, black and white, and you're doing this. It's a lovely picture.
To pose, you
pose.
I'm posing. Somebody took that photo. I had to do headshots for the book cover, and it was very. I think they were called Yellow Belly. They were based in London, and they took great headshots. But
it's a lovely pose. It's brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There we go. Well, Stacey, just once again, thank you so much for coming back on Chatterbox. And of course, we're looking forward to the next time already. And every success, and that is a great Christmas present there. So
thank you. Oh, you're a sweetie pie. Thank you very much. And I will send you the book.
But can I read it? Can I read it first before you do?
It depends how slow you are at reading.
You can share it, guys. You can share it. Don't fight. No. It's not Christmas yet. All right, darling. Well, it was great to talk to both of you again. Thank you so much. Yeah, you too. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Stacey. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yo, let's get right to the issues. Disparities, hood life can get you like elevated stress every month when the rent's due. Acting confused, even though it should be clear as crystal. Ain't nothing equal or right about what we've been through. Systematic oppression make it hard to count God's blessings. No stressing, dig deeper in the manifesting progression. Life pointed in the right direction. Breathe so I can mute the aggression. We put the pain in a verse to manage the hurt. Realize the power of the pen and an elegant word. And if it falls on deaf ears and nobody's concerned, no crying to God, praying the tables will turn. These ain't the type of answers that you gon' find in the church, because it's hard to see tomorrow when vision is blurred. Break the chains independently, put in the work. Turn the lessons into blessings, establish the work.
Times, no, they won't last forever. If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better day. Hard times, no, they won't last forever. If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better way.
We grind for justice every second and minute, spitting truth, no gimmicks, we living up in it. In the struggle we infamous for looking like we losing, when the truth is that we winning regardless of the condition. Ain't nothing timid about the voice of a man's spirit, invoking power to push past the limits. Every time they hear it I can tell they intimidated by the wisdom and the way that I pivot. Stay focused, I'm on a mission to get my people motivated enough to listen. Give me a mic, the rhythm and a banging system, I guarantee I know just where to hit 'em. Learned how to hustle with a clear vision, how to make a million from no pot to pissing. Persistence breeds modified position, a leg up on the opposition.
Hard times, no, they won't last forever.
Yeah.
If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better day. Hard times, no, they won't last forever.
Nah.
If we just work together, that's how we'll make a better way. 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 That's how we'll
I sit back and close my eyes. This guy, he is beyond amazing. Tony hands me the microphone with a broad